Hello everyone, welcome back to St James's Park. This is your match reaction in the sunshine at St James's, where Newcastle unfortunately haven't been able to capitalise on today's performance. The game dwindled out in the end. I had that end of season vibes towards it for me. 1-1 and home to Brighton, where I was speaking to a lot of Brighton fans before the game. You'll see it in the vlog on the way up the stadium. And loads of them were saying, oh, you'll do us today, you'll smash us today. We've got now to play for. João Pedro's injured, he's missing. So I was nice and confident. I thought 2-1 in the preview, ended up seeing 3-0 today. But Newcastle were just very lethargic, really lethargic performance. And when we've got Europe to fight for, we've got all this at stake, and we'll let it slip away like that. It is disappointing. Listen, it's deflating. I see a lot of fans coming out at St James's today, they're angry, upset. I don't want to go too hard, go too ranty, go too emotional, but it is disappointing. Like, listen, it's not over. Europe's very much still in our hands. I haven't seen the table, but Chelsea play at 5:30. You know they've got Forest. They're probably going to win that. They're on great form. We've got Man U on Wednesday night. That's the massive game. We've said for months now that could be the decider. Obviously they play Arsenal tomorrow, where you'd hope that Arsenal would comfortably beat them, but at Old Trafford you never know. But Newcastle trying to chase Spurs in 5th. And Spurs end up coming from a goal down to beat Burnley 2-1. Newcastle were a goal down here. Couldn't do enough in the end to try and snatch 3 points. Southgate was in the crowd. He was watching on. Was he watching Anthony Gordon again? Was he watching Lewis Hall, Tino Livramento, a 26-man squad for the Euros? Trippier came on with about 10 seconds to go. He wasn't watching Callum Wilson, that's for sure, as Wilson yet again. Callum Wilson is injured. Oh, I'm telling you, he is finished. I'm telling you, sell Callum Wilson. Honestly, I love Wilson. Great goal scorer. His record speaks for itself, but his injury record speaks for itself as well. Excuse me, under the weather in this brilliant weather. But Wilson, you know, he's out again in 2 games back, 2 goals, and he can't even make the bench anymore. So Newcastle had to revert to Anthony Gordon down the middle as a striker in this game. The front 3 finished as Barnes, Gordon and Almiron. A couple of late shouts for penalties on both Gordon and Miggy, and that's where I get into the referee's performance today. I thought the referee was terrible. He got the biggest boo, and the biggest noise was directed towards him and his linesman today. They were absolutely shameful, really, really bad, shocking refereeing. Obviously I'm in the Gallagher corner, you'll see the vlog, but for me it looked like Miggy's was. I'm thinking, why does Almiron, and I've got to see the highlights so I could be completely wrong here, make me sound like a fool, but why does Almiron dive? If he's in on goal out, why does he dive if he hasn't been fouled for that pen? It's poor from Miggy if he has dived. Gordon, I don't know how he went down. Did he go down easily? He was down for a while. Referee waved that one away. I thought the referee was really bad throughout the game. He was getting loads of stick because he was just so stop-start. He wasn't letting anything happen quick. Newcastle were trying to take quick free kicks, quick corners, quick throw-ins. The referee didn't want to have anything to do with it. He was stopping everything in its tracks, and he was killing the game, killing the momentum, killing the way the game was trying to flow. There was no real momentum or rhythm to the game because of that referee and his linesman and Brighton. Well, I have to say, Brighton, cheating seagull twats today. Cheating seagulls today, Brighton. They were honestly time wasting from the second goal. Their keeper should have been sent off. He should have been booked that many times. He should have been sent off. So much time wasting from Brighton. So much dead ball wasting. Oh, it was just embarrassing for them. Danny Welbeck, 39 years old or whatever he is. He's only time to retire. He's going down every time. Slightest touch, he's going down like a sack of crap. Embarrassing from Brighton. Time wasting. And you know what it is? That's what's painful today for me, because Brighton had now to play for. Newcastle have everything to play for. We're fighting for Europa League, and Brighton are cruising. Brighton should have been the ones on the beach. They should have stayed on the south coast on the beach. They had now to play for. Do you know what I mean? They had absolutely zilch to play for. But to be fair to them, they came here and made life difficult for us. They really did. And them taking that first goal was a stinker. The worst thing that could have happened in this match. Because if we go 1-0 up, I think we go on to win that 3 or 4, like many hoped and predicted. I think we go on to cruise that game. But Brighton 1-0 up, they can just sit back. They don't want to touch the ball. They don't want to attack. They don't want to do nought. They'll just sit back, let Newcastle have it, frustrate us, and waste time. That's all they had in mind. Longstaff gets equaliser for us right on half time. 45 plus 5. He gets equaliser. I thought he was having a very good game, to be fair. And he did come off because he was knackered. Julian came on, first appearance back at St James's Park for a while. But Newcastle won at half time. everyone's in the concourse. Make sure you check out the vlog. And the atmosphere is brilliant. It's like an away end in that home concourse today in the Gallagher. It was fantastic. But we were all hoping and singing and cheering and wishing that would come out second half hour, we'll win this 2-3-1, we'll get the job done. And we dominated. Again, we dominated the full game, but we just didn't do enough with it. It was very frustrating and deflating. We just couldn't get behind Brighton's line. You know, we had chances on the flank where we're squaring it, where we're putting it over, where Brighton are defending, and they did defend well. Brighton, they did defend well, but I don't think we did enough at all. We just really weren't clinical enough. We were really quite lazy, lethargic. The build-up play wasn't on point. It was just, it did feel like the end of the season. And obviously, you'll see in the vlog, it's the lap of honour. But that lap, it came a bit too soon for me, because obviously there's still 2 massive games to go, 2 big away games for Newcastle next week. Wednesday at Old Trafford, next Sunday at Brentford. And listen, we're still winning them games. You think we'll still get some European football. But today, it just felt like it kind of summed up our season in a way where there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of anticipation, but we just fall short. I think today, again, even though we've had an amazing home record at St James's Park, it's been quite a fortress. I think Newcastle, they've scored in every home game this season, the first time to do that in a long time. But you look back at today, drop points against Brighton, drop points against Bournemouth, drop points against Luton. There's been loads of draws, too many draws for Newcastle United at SJP this season, really too many. And that's what has cost us pushing for 5th, pushing Spurs, but hopefully it doesn't cost us in pushing for Europe altogether, because 6th, 7th is still there. Obviously Man U got that cup final, but we've got our own little European playoff final, if you like, on Wednesday night at Old Trafford. Let's hope Arsenal smash them tomorrow. For Newcastle today, you can see, you know, we made the changes. Joe came on, Barnes came on, Almiron came on. Like I said, Trippier comes on right at the death. But just huffed and puffed. Didn't do enough. Didn't test their keeper enough at all. He had a pretty easy afternoon. Isak obviously gets dragged off. He didn't look himself. I've said about Wilson, he's not fit enough to play. So it's quite worrying, really, going that last week, which is a pivotal, huge week in Newcastle's season. The owners were here today. His Excellency Yasser Al-Ramian was here today on the pitch with the man of Stavely and Gudusi. You'll see that in the vlog. So they'll be expecting more next week, and they'll be hoping that we can clinch European qualification, because any form of it is massive for this club going forward. But it's finished. Newcastle 1, Brighton 1. That rounds off a season of home matches at Newcastle United, but it's still a massive week with 2 games to go. Drop your comments below, people. Subscribe to my channel TV, and I'll see you on the next one.